here in Louisiana. These bees just showed up in this water meter housing. Got my nucleus colony right here. The 5-frame box should be more than enough to house whatever's in here. They should be on the rather gentle side because they just showed up, and I'm thinking they just showed up because I'm right next to the gentleman who called me's driveway. I think he would know if they'd been here for months. So just to keep them honest, we're gonna puff a little smoke, just a little bit. We're gonna get right to it. So see if I can't lift this cover off. Let's see here, and we'll see what we have. Usually what they do is, like anything they get in that has a cover, they're going to start building their comb and attach it to the underside of the lid. So what I'll do is I'll pick it up and then I'll turn it over. You should be able to see whatever comb they've made. And the idea, you know, is to catch our queen, put her in the setup, and then get the bees to, you know, run in our box. Okay. So, and it's about, I guess, about an hour from dark, something like that. So we kind of time this perfectly. Because you really do want to take the box away, if at all possible, after dark, because the bees are active in the daytime. If you take it away from the site before dark, you run a risk of leaving foragers out in the field. And if it's a small colony, you want to get everything you can, you know, because they need the workforce. There we go. Yeah, it's a little swarm. It really just moved in. Okay. So there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to lay it across the meter housing and situate it close to the nuke. And they will probably run right in the hive, to be honest with you. I could probably get them going with the smoker. Just give them a little puff. Alright, a little puff. They should start running. See, I got the entrance right up against the meter, okay? If you can get the box right up against whatever they're in, they'll just run right in your box a lot of times. So that's what they're doing right now. I have not spotted our queen yet. I haven't really been looking for her. We'll see if we can't spot her. Minute. They're putting out a pheromone right now that smells a lot like citrus or lemongrass oil. I was telling the gentleman earlier what the smoke does. For the most part, the smoke will mask lawn pheromone, which smells a lot like bananas. Well, the orientating pheromone that they're putting out now smells citrusy, kind of like lemongrass oil. Okay. So this little swarm here is probably like about maybe 1.25 pounds of bees. In a pound of bees, that's roughly 3,000 to 3,300 bees. Someone, somewhere, at some point in time, apparently took a pound of bees and counted the amount of bees that were in them. And that's the number they came up with. I'm not going to sit there and count a pound of bees. But across the board, it's pretty much common knowledge that there's roughly, and I see the queen right now, there's roughly 3,000, 3,300 bees in a pound of bees. So the queen I just saw, she was right here, and she looks like a typical, what we call Italian queen. There's different races of bees. Italian bees are probably the most common race of bees worldwide because they have a tendency to be on the more gentle side. And of course, when you fool with bees, you want to deal with gentle bees. So let me see if I can get her to go and catch her. And we do have her in there. Okay, I'll show you what she looks like before we put her in the box, okay? So let me just get up and show you. Alright, let's see here. We can not get in the right angle. Alright, let's see. Here we go. And she's that large bee with the longer abdomen. Her abdomen is kind of a solid amber color. You see her running around. She's on the top. Right. Okay, you could probably see her more than I can right now. There she is. She was kind of in the middle, facing the camera. There she is on the bottom now. Alright, that's our queen. So let me show y'all what the queen looks like. See that larger bee right there?
I can't see.
See the one with
on the top?
See how back end's longer?
Oh,
See
yeah.
she's on the top now? See that's her daughter right there, probably. That little bee is her daughter. That's a female and that's a female, but that's the queen. See how much bigger she is? See that? So that's the queen. Now I'm going to go ahead and put her in there, and I'll make the ones that are on the cover happy when I put her in there, and then they'll all run in.
This is amazing. This is neat.
Is this cool?
I've never seen anything like that.
What you think of this, young man? You like this? It's like looking at the Animal Channel, huh?
He's 7. I have no idea what Animal Channel is.
No? You ever watch TV with animals on it?
Sometimes.
You've seen that a little bit.
I bet he's 7 now. He was.
He's 7? How old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4? Oh, okay.
He was 3 months.
All right. So bees will swarm for a variety of reasons, but this is a reproductive swarm. And sometimes they'll swarm because they get congested, because it's a lot of bees bringing a lot of honey into the environment, and bees can be hoarders at times. And so they'll backfill certain cells in the comb sections that the queen would normally lay eggs in. And that's when they get honey bound, and they'll swarm for that reason. This is all about reproduction right now. Late February, early March is when they start throwing off these reproductive swarms. And they're really kind of just getting into it big time. And from here to about May, this will increase. Next month, April is usually the craziest month for swarming activity. See the bees there? They're already starting to get situated a little bit. So, I'm going to bring this down over here. Put her right here. See, like so. And take this one out just for a second. Over here. Now that she's in there, the other ones will probably start getting excited and putting that pheromone I was telling you about, and the other one should pretty much go in. So I could sit here and watch them and enjoy them if you want. Let me show you this right here. So this is a bigger bee. This is a drone. This is a male honeybee. Let me come over there and show you what a male honeybee looks like.
Julia.
Julia. And what's your name? What's your name, young man?
Jackson.
Jackson. All right. Look, Jackson.
He's Jackson.
Now this is a male honeybee. He does not have a stinger, so he cannot sting you. Okay.
Nice.
Now the other ones, the girls can sting. Okay. And you wouldn't want to hold them like this. But if you wanted to, you can open your hand and I'll put it in, and you close your hand. No, you don't believe me? You believe me if I when I tell you it doesn't have a stinger?
You'll probably just
You believe me?
tickle you.
Now I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this if this bee had a stinger.
Look at that.
See?
That's pretty cool, huh?
Look, he's tickling me. Look, there he goes.
Now he'll go back. Yep, there he went.
You believe me now that bee doesn't have a stinger? I bet you believe me now, huh?
Yep. That's cool. Look, see, look, almost all the bees are going in the box.
I don't think he believed me at first.
Holy moly.
I still don't believe you.
I don't know why. Why not? All right, well, I guess that's a wrap.
That's really cool.
All right, man.
Thank you.
You got it, brother.